of opening and relocating, buying or selling, leasing commercial property in either North Sioux, South Sioux, Sioux City, Dakota Dunes, or any of the surrounding areas, then you are in the right place. Hi, I'm KJ Wingert.
And I'm Jennifer Rose Bass.
And together we make up part of the Property Pros Group team at Century 21 ProLink.
And every week we're going to take you inside the Siouxland market and show you neighborhoods, business deals, available properties, anything really commercial real estate, and show you some trends and how businesses are growing and leasing in our area. So if you're considering anything commercial real estate, you are in the right place, like she said. So subscribe and hit the notification button. We're bringing you boots on the ground information. So let's get started. Like we had stated, we're bringing you actual boots on the ground. So a lot of our videos are actually going to be in a car. We're going to be driving around the city and pointing out neighborhoods, special buildings, things like that. And the first place we wanted to start was downtown. And that really is because the downtown of any city shows its health and vibrancy. It's typically where finance is housed. Also, a lot of commerce is happening downtown. And we're going to take you around downtown today.
So Sioux City, for those of you that are kind of new here, Sioux City is in Iowa, and we're in the tri-state region is what they call us, because we cover South Sioux City, which is in Nebraska, but it's just over a bridge over there. And then we also cover North Sioux City, South Dakota, also over a bridge that way. So we're kind of unique in that sense. But actual Sioux City population is about 85,000. Just over. And then if you do Sioux City Metro, it's just over 145,000.
Right. And when I travel, I always tell people, picture a map, and where Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota meet, that's right where we are. And obviously all of our states are separated by a waterway. So that's how, that's why KJ's talking about all these bridges. Another interesting fact about Sioux City is our average median income is roughly $68,000. We also have about 15% of our population that lives below the poverty rate, but we have been ranked #1 nationally among site selectors for cities under 200,000 population for economic development multiple years in a row. So we are clearly doing something right. We are very blue collar. A lot of our growth is in the industry and food processing sector.
So we're going to come up on, I'm going to go one more block and then take a left here, but coming up, something very interesting is the Warrior Hotel, now commonly known as the Warrior Davidson. It is, one building is the Warrior, the building that sits kind of perpendicular is the Davidson. And this used to be a hotel many years ago, and eventually it kind of went vacant. Until a new company came in and did some restoration on it.
Right, and that company's name is Restoration St. Louis, and across Iowa and the nation, restoration projects are extremely expensive. So one of the ways that companies are actually able to afford doing it is through tax credits. There are tax credits that local governments give you, like city tax incentives, where they maybe give you a tax abatement for a period of time. And then there are historical tax credits. And in order to receive historical tax credits, the building has to be put on the National Historical Registry. And there's an application for that and a process to go through that the building has to meet certain guidelines. And then they get tax credits to be able to afford actually doing the renovations of the building. If it weren't for those tax credits, many buildings in downtown across the country would never get a second life. Although with those tax credits come some stipulations and things that basically the Historical Preservation Committee wants to make sure that that building upholds to certain design standards of that time. You can't really change the facade of the building. So there are some stipulations into the architectural plans that need to happen for that building.
And we're going past our kind of our municipalities buildings down here. And I took this way because I want to take you past the Davidson portion of the Warrior Davidson, because this piece we actually have for lease. Many spaces in here we have for lease. On your left is the Pioneer Insurance Building. Right there, that's office. A lot of offices, professional downtown spaces here. So it's kind of cool that
it's the Pioneer Bank and the Insurance Exchange building.
Sorry, yes.
That's okay. Yeah, you were combining them both.
So here is the Davidson Building on your left here, and it has a lot of roughly 6,000 square feet of open space for lease, and on the corner sits it's one commercial tenant right now, Rooted Boutique.
And they actually have a very good special going on right now that they will provide you with 6 free years rent if the tenant does the build out. And that is unheard of. I have never seen a landlord structure a deal like that. So obviously get a hold of us if you're interested in leasing that.
Here is our Orpheum Theater on your left. The library is on your right. We're going to go up here a little ways and go past, I think we're headed to the Ho-Chunk building next.
Right. On your right here is the former Hatch Furniture Building. This was also used historical tax credits to get finished into market rate apartments. I think within the last, I'm kind of swagging this a little bit, but I think within the last 6 or 7 years, we've had an influx of over 500 market rate apartments in downtown. And surprisingly, they are full, which says a lot. There was a need for housing down here, downtown in Sioux City.
You guys are going to see these skywalk systems. Sioux City's not a huge market, but they've done a really good job of connecting some buildings downtown for professional offices located in here that they can park and then get to their office safely, which is really nice. So this giant building here on the right, it's kind of got mirrors on it. I don't know if you can, turn it a little bit. This is our Ho-Chunk building. It's got 10 floors. And it's all office. I should say they've got some restaurant stuff like that in there too.
Yep, they do. I think some of the larger tenants in that building would consider, obviously, is Ho-Chunk Inc., Blue Earth Marketing, Little Priest Tribal College. They have an abstract company in there and several law firms, as well as Wells Fargo Bank.
Now, I don't know that we have passed any of them yet, but Sioux City does have, way down on your right over here is the Heritage parking ramp. Up over here on your left, I think it's a Discovery. Straight ahead of us is the Sioux City Convention Center. We are almost we're on 4th Street, but we are not on historic 4th Street yet. Like I said, straight ahead is the Sioux City Convention Center. To the right here is the United Center, which houses both commercial and residential. And then we are going to come up on some commercial space, our Promenade Cinema, as well as Sonography Studio, Freeform, Pureform, sorry. Yep. And then our Mardo Brewing Company.
Yes.
Which we love.
Yeah.
Courtyard by Marriott is on your left.
That's a rather new development in the last few years. And we really don't have a parking problem here in Sioux City. It's very easy to find places on the street to park, and the city will tell you that our ramps are not at capacity. So ramps are with the skywalk system, it makes it very easy to park and get really wherever you need to be.
Okay, we are now on historic 4th Street. Housing many restaurants, bars. There is like the former Alf's building back there is empty currently, awaiting some new vision, I'm sure. But the city has done a really good job of aesthetically pleasing. You'll see the trees and the flowers. At night, these lights ahead of us or on top of us are lit up, which is lovely. So.
And this is the original business district. Sioux City, if you know anything about the history of Sioux City, we're built on stockyards and the meat packing industry. And so this was really the hub of all of that. Stockyards were kind of over to our right here, where the cattle were actually housed and purchased and went through the bidding process. But this is where the basic, the financing and all of that was originally. And because it's a historic district, there are certain funds that are available to that district. They come and go as the city and the state decide to put money towards historical districts.
This large blue building on your right here is the Urbane 1220 building. Again, housing both residential and commercial space in that building as well.
And we have that space listed too. So we're on our way to our second historic district in downtown Sioux City, and it's the Pearl Street Historic District. This also has a lot of entertainment. It's focused, basically it's leading its way to the Hard Rock, which we'll hit over here. We have some services on this street, but mostly in entertainment type things. Also, like I said, designated historic, so there are sometimes funds available for facade improvements and things like that. On our right is the former McCarthy and Bailey's, which we hope to be getting a second generation of space. Again, using historic funding to revitalize this area. To the left is one of the many parking garages that KJ's mentioned, and then down further is the Mid-American Building, which is another large office building. We've got Mid-American's headquarters is in Des Moines, but we have a very good workforce base, large, for Mid-American here in Sioux City.
And when we go straight up here, you guys will also see, we're not going to go past it directly, but the Tyson Event Center is past the Hard Rock. So lots of little bars and eateries down on this side. And then on your right up here is the Hard Rock. And you can see like the parking isn't terrible. It's not packed. It is metered parking Monday through Friday. I think it's 8 to 5. And then after 5 and on the weekends is free. But all of these spaces are wide open. So,
and the Hard Rock's done a ton for our city. Not only has it brought in economics in terms of jobs, but it also gives back to our community through the MERD money that it gives on a quarterly basis, I believe. So there is some benefit coming from implementing gambling in downtown. They also have a really cool summer concert series in the Battery Park, which is a nod to its former. It was formerly the Battery Building. So those are outside concerts. It's a really fun area to just kind of meet up with your friends and family around town.
Straight ahead is the Stony Creek Hotel, which is adjacent to the back of the Tyson Event Center. And Tyson does do a really, really good job, along with the Hard Rock, of bringing lots of entertainment to Sioux City. So.
And up to our right is the Art Center. They also have had an addition, this white building too. We've got really good summer camps for kids at the Art Center. They do a good job of bringing in exhibits. And then a little bit further down is, I'll call it the Walgreens corridor because I don't really have a better name for it, but the city purchased this property a few months ago, and they're doing a study right now to see what we should do to this piece of property. There's been, our suggestion to them was kind of like a town square type place where you have things surrounding it, and then in the middle you maybe have some lifestyle features like potentially a skating rink or a pond or a fountain or something like that, but want to make it the most inviting welcome to our city, because that is kind of the artery that goes into our city and one of the first things that people will see if they take the interstate exit to downtown. So KJ, who should come to downtown and rent space?
So it really depends on, number one, how many employees do you have? Do you have a space that connects to the skywalk that everybody can park in a ramp, and are you comfortable with that? Do you have a need for a drive-through? We don't have a ton of those as I sit here and face scooters, but we don't have a ton of drive-through opportunities in our downtown. But professional services, law offices, engineers, healthcare administration, stuff like that really thrives in our downtown.
And we have some good retail too.
To your right is the Floyd River Flats. I don't even think you can see it anymore on my video here. This was a former hotel, and an ownership group got a hold of that and completely renovated the entire thing beautifully. So there's two commercial spaces on the main floor, and then apartments everywhere else.
And a really pretty view of Ho Chunk that you can actually see the whole building now. But back to who should be downtown. One of the first things, if you call us, we'll ask you top 3 questions: location, what's your budget, and how much space do you need? Because budget obviously is a big part of driving where you can go. So downtown, in terms of rental rate, is, I would say, mid-range. It's not the cheapest you can find in town, and it's not the most expensive like we see out in Sunnybrook. So we have spaces that we've got listed here that range from $10 a square foot upwards to $16 a square foot, depending on the finish outs. Most of our spaces in downtown are triple nets, which means you're going to pay a CAM on top of that. And we do have very aggressive landlords here in downtown. Like I mentioned, the Warrior special that landlord is featuring, and then the Floyd River Flats, KJ can tell you about their really cool deal.
They are actually right now offering up to $150,000 toward a build out, obviously with a qualified tenant, but really wanting to get those spaces finished out. Ownership groups know and understand that we can get past the build out, you know, a lot easier to lease out beyond that. So, and something we haven't talked about is Downtown Partners. They are a group within Sioux City that really does a good job of, what do they have, a vision group. They've got an economic area. I think they have a board of directors, obviously, but if you own or live downtown, you get to be a part and have a say in this, and what goes on down here. So,
and they're funded through a SMID district. So everybody in downtown, in addition to your property taxes, you'll get a tax levy associated with Downtown Partners that goes to fund that group. And that is voted on every 5 years, I believe. And so far, since its inception, it's never been turned down because they really do a good job of, you know, having services and amenities for downtown businesses.
I think like a couple of them, they have like a rent relief program. Obviously, there's stipulations to all of these, but the rent relief program can actually cut a tenant's rent in half for, I believe, up to 6 months. There is a owner injection, obviously, in there, but then Downtown Partners obviously has their own injection as well. And then they have a tenant improvement funding, where if a space of that has not been finished and has been sitting vacant more than 24 months, they will offer a dollar amount toward helping you finish your space.
And that's also through the city, right? So is there funding in both? Yeah. So the city has a program too that you can combine.
And we are back to Floyd Boulevard here, which will take you all the way to Leeds, or you can hit the interstate if you go straight. And then I'm going to turn right on Historic 4th again.
So again, if you are considering anything commercial real estate, KJ and I want to be your first call. We both hold the prestigious CCIM designation, which is Certified Commercial Investment Member, which means really we've been trained and have the knowledge to explore all of the things around buying, selling, any sort of commercial real estate deal.
If there is a neighborhood, a building, a business district, anything that you guys are like, hey, do a video on this, we really would like to get more information on that, leave a comment below and we are happy to do that for you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get our weekly videos. We'll see you in the next video.